Hello, this is Derek at Peace Tech Lab, and I'm going to show you how to download a Tableau public map, edit it on your own machine, and publish it on your own account in some modified form. Alright, so this is a sample Tableau public map. It's a visualization of the NCDD network of peace builders. Right now exists on Tableau Public, which is the free service that hosts visualizations in the public format. And one of the nice things about Tableau Public is that you are able at any point to download the workbook onto your own computer and edit it to see how somebody came up with those visualizations, maybe copy some of their code and import it into your own projects. In this case, for this project, we're just going to be trying to edit this manually. Let's take a look. So we just downloaded this Tableau Public workbook. We're going to double click it and load it up in our own Tableau program. So here we see the back end of the visualization. You have the dashboard that sums all the different visualizations together, and then the individual visualizations that make up the dashboard, including the table that holds all of our information. If we wanted to update this data, we'd go to one of the basic visualizations, say the US map. And you can see on the left-hand side that this has all the dimensions and measures that make up your data set. You've got your organization affiliation, you've got websites, you've got locations and networks and whatnot. Some of the information that isn't actually visualized or given specifics, like the zip code number, is here as well. So you can you should be aware that any visualization that you put on Tableau Public, if somebody downloads the visualization, they'll be able to access all the information on the spreadsheet, right? There are a couple of calculated fields here. You don't really need to understand those beyond the fact that they're basically fields that take information from your original data set and then modify them in some way. So for example, we have full name, which is actually just the sum of the field first name and the field last name. So it's all combined into one. Or the edited zip code, which basically only takes the first 5 letters of the zip code string so that they're in your standard 5-digit zip code format. That sort of thing. All right, but in our case, what we want to do is be able to update this map over time, because as this is the NCDD network map and it has one organization called URI on it, eventually the goal is to have this thing be updated over time so that as the map grows, so too does your visualization. So what we want to do is swap out the data that is currently reflected in this workbook, in this visualization, for another data set. Okay, so now I've gone to my email and downloaded the data set that runs the map. In the future, you're going to be downloading new data sets that have new rows for each individual person that's part of the network. But what's important is that the data set that you select has the exact same columns, or at least you're not missing any columns, because then the map gets screwed up if the columns go disappearing. But anyway, so from Tableau Public, we have a view up here. This shows us the data set that we're currently using to generate this visualization. If we go up to this little new data source button in the top and click it, we have the option to add a bunch of different file formats. In this case, we're going to be adding an Excel file, and I'm just going to select the one that I generated just now from our desktop. Tap OK. And you'll get this screen that looks at the data source. Now, in our case, the data is exactly the same information as the one that's currently powering the map. So there's no surprises here. You should see network, organization, first name, last name, title, city, state, country, and website. If you go back to the visualization, you'll notice that up here we have the dataset added. In this case, it's called data version 2 of our dataset. Now, if we look at this thing, you'll notice that there's a tiny little check mark right here indicating that this is the current dataset that is running the visualization. This is the file that Tableau is pulling from in order to generate all those dots on the screen. If we right-click it and then select Replace Data Source, we're given the option to swap out the current dataset, which is this file, for the replacement that we just uploaded, data map 2. We say OK, it thinks for a little bit, and then boom. Now, you didn't see any change because the information was literally the same thing. But in the future, if you're going to be adding a new Excel spreadsheet, maybe on a monthly basis or bi-weekly, you would just go through the same process. And after replacing the current data set with a new data set, this is what you'll see. Okay, so now we've downloaded the data set, downloaded the workbook, combined them together into a new map. Now let's publish to Tableau Public. You want to go back to the dashboard visualization, the thing that sums it up, because whenever you save to Tableau Public, it takes your current view, the file that you're currently looking at, and publishes it online. In our case, what we want to do is save to Tableau Public as. And here you type in your own Tableau Public credentials. In my case, I'm publishing this way, hitting save, and you're given the option to choose the name of the visualization. You click save, and if you're doing this for a map that you've already created, then you get the warning saying, hey, there's already a map named NCDD network map. Do you want to overwrite it? And in our case, yes, we do. We get this dialog screen going through the different visualizations, saving it online, and now a window should pop up with our new Tableau Public visualization. And here it is. Et voila. Now you have a dynamic Tableau Public visualization of your network map. And one of the nice things is that this visualization actually resizes to fit your screen at the time. So if you're just looking at full screen, you can get it this way. If I wanted to shrink it down, it would automatically resize. Now, one last step which will be interesting for whoever is viewing this video, because you have this dynamic resizing, it means that you can embed the visualization live inside another website. So you don't need to just get a static screenshot of the map itself. If you go down to this share button and click it, you get two different ways to embed the visualization. One is HTML embed code. A lot of websites, including Squarespace or WordPress, allow you to just copy and paste this code in, and then you get that visualization live on your website, or a link. So you could go a little bit extra and embed a frame which loads up this link. You have two different means to do it. Obviously, you can also share it by email, Twitter, and Facebook. But that's the essential way that this process is done. Okay, so in this little tutorial, we looked at a network map, downloaded it, loaded it up in Tableau Public, edited it, and then saved it back to Tableau Public. And this should be a great way to maintenance your visualization over time. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thanks a lot for watching.